your standard Q&A with R&A, and we have a fun one today. We'll give it a few minutes here to let some people hop on. But any new products you got? Anything you're excited about, Rich?
Um, I like ordered stuff. Stuff is on the way. Oh, I got the sheath that goes to the. It's pretty cool. I can take the whole thing off. It's a SAK sheath, and
Nice.
it's got the. It doesn't have Velcro, which is cool. It's got the snap, so you don't have to worry about the
Yes.
Velcro wearing out. So, it's leather and it fits. This is a climber, so I can always carry the climber or whatever. Um, it fits two layer 91 millimeters, 3 layer 91s, obviously 84 millimeters, and apparently they say it can fit the deluxe tinker, which is a 4 layer, and it does. It probably can. Like I don't know. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying it. They say it can, and it's got that space in here, the gap, so it can fit a 4.25-inch folded SAK. So a bigger
Okay,
one. If there's a bigger one, this is 3.5. The climber's 3.5. So I don't know. Hey, native,
that's
what's up?
pretty cool. What's up, native? I like a Swiss Army knife, and I like carrying them on your belt. Like I think that's a great way. Quick access, stay out of the
Yeah,
way,
because
empty
it's
your
like
pockets.
it's a multi-tool, so you don't always need to use it. You have a knife, right? So if
Yeah,
you need scissors, you got it on your belt or whatever. So you have it.
oh, that's a nice touch. I was gonna ask you something. Four layer. I don't know. There was something you said that I was like, oh, I
Four
need to
layer,
ask him.
deluxe tinker. Um,
What's in the deluxe tinker? What would be
there's a pair of pliers. It
pair
adds a
of
pair of pliers.
pliers?
Yeah, it's a little like tweezer pliers.
The little small
Like
pliers,
they're
yeah.
small pliers. Yeah, so I think that's the other layer. I think it's all like from the 2 layer to the 3 layer. Like you know what I mean? There's like they add one thing. Like so, like
Yeah.
the Spartan doesn't have the scissors or the back tools. Like the same back tools. It has, or does it? It might actually. I don't know, but I don't use the back tools, so they're irrelevant to me. Like you know what I mean? So, like the Spartan has 4 tools, the Climber has 5. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But they're pretty
That's
much they're, and same with the tinker, a super tinker, and then there's an 84 millimeter tinker, and then there's a 91 millimeter tinker, and then there's a deluxe tinker. So there is a whole bunch of tinkers.
What's up, me with knives?
You would not. What's going on? Crappy tasted good. Thought they would taste
So,
crappy.
um, it's in the name. How
Yeah.
do you cook yours? Fry it? I need to know how we're cooking the crappie. What's up, Kathleen? How's it going? Yeah,
It's
I'm with Fred Finger. I like the Phillips. Like that's I even modded a compact to have that Phillips on the back. I don't know why, but the little Phillips on the back, that's my jam. I think it's awesome.
well, I would use that. I you know what for the like as far as the Phillips on the back, I use the Phillips just on the can opener, and so I
Yeah.
doesn't that works fine for me. So and it's in the correct orientation as a screwdriver. So when you open it up, you can use it just like you don't have to turn
As
weird.
opposed to the T
Yeah,
handle. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So
one thing I do like about the I don't have one on me, but one thing I like about the screwdriver is if you were to open the screwdriver and place it in your hands with the screwdriver coming out of here, you have
right, right.
a weapon. As a female, walk into my vehicle at night, I think about stuff like that, and I may or if you approach me at night, walk into my vehicle, I may or may not have a Swiss Army knife in my hand with the Phillips exposed. I feel like if a cop questioned me, I'd be like, "Hey, might need to tighten a screw," and if
Yeah,
someone else approached me, I might pump them in the ribs,
yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's why I like the recruit so much because it has 0 back tools. It only has the 4 tools. It has
which is nice.
yeah. So to me, I like that. If it was like they should make a 91 millimeter recruit. So if Victorinox is watching us, that's what you should do. You should make a
That's
91 millimeter knife with no back tools.
it lightens up the weight significantly. It
Yeah.
really does.
Even if they made a knife like the compact, right? And just had those 3 tools and no back tools, that would be great. That'd be fantastic
Yeah.
too. Because you would
Yeah.
have, even though a lot of people complain about that multi-tool, like the can opener, you know what I mean? Can opener
It's not a
screwdrivers, a
good
lot of people,
pry tool,
right?
but
Right. But even if you had that, a pair of scissors and a knife and no back tools, I would be good with that.
yeah, the awl is an excellent one as well.
Right.
The
Yeah.
awl is an excellent addition to or tool to have in between your fingers.
Yeah.
Might do a little more damage than the screwdriver, and this is not what my channel talks about, but here we are.
Like seriously.
uh, I do want to know how you're cooking your crappie. And somebody caught a 6 to 7 pound catfish. That's a big freaking catfish. I haven't been fishing yet. Our boat's back behind the building here. There it is, back behind the building. We haven't been fishing yet this year. We need to. Open flame. That's awesome.
Very good.
Camping, cooking on an open flame. That's where it's at. Um, so I'm literally showing all of my items. I'm fidgeting and showing every single item one by one. So we are talking small EDC items, and this came up because we do have some women who watch the channel. You know, being a woman myself, and guys are blessed in the clothing department, and y'all get like ginormous pockets that you could fit small children in, and girls get pockets that you stick your cell phone in, and 3/4 of your cell phone is hanging out because they're itty bitty. They're meant to hold like a, a bubble gum piece. Like I don't even know what we're supposed to put in there. A quarter. Um, and so we have terrible pockets that are equivalent to the fifth pocket on a pair of jeans. And so we had someone ask if we could do a carry for
Kathleen.
women's pockets.
Kathleen.
And
Yep.
so yeah, so I equated that to a fifth pocket carry because that's that a fifth pocket carry or women's pants carry that should be fairly similar. So what items can you carry? We've got here a Victorinox Manager, a
I'd rather
Gerber
have
Dime,
he
Leatherman Squirt.
Yeah, the dime isn't that great actually, to be honest with you. I have one. I know people that won't buy them because they broke. So small tools aren't really used for hard work, right? Obviously.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
you're thinking that you can like take your car apart with a Gerber dime, you're out of your mind. It's not gonna happen. It's basically a pair of tweezers. So as far as using them as a pair of pliers, pretty
Yeah,
useless. Um, and I feel the SD is way better than a manager, but that's a personal preference. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
um, I probably don't use pliers all that often. So I would switch those out for a multi-tool with a pair of scissors, actually, because I find that's more useful.
Kathleen has a differing opinion on the dime. Yeah, definitely let us know, Kathleen.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one thing I do like about the channel, and I don't think I mention it enough. Is my like if I'm recommending something, or I think I can speak for Rich on this. If he's recommending something, that's our opinion. That doesn't mean it's the only way or everyone should do it this way. I honestly like when someone disagrees with me or does something differently because I'm like, okay, well, why? And then when I hear why, like maybe it works for me, maybe it doesn't, but like I might not like a multi-tool that someone else loves, and that's cool. Like I think different opinions are awesome, and we're adults. Like we can have those.
I have a dime actually. It's in my bag. I don't use it. Like you know what I mean? I've
Yeah.
had it for a long time. I don't think it's a horrible. I just think that people are always like, oh, I use it the first time and I broke it trying to take like my car door off. Like what? Like it's not
Why
even
were
meant,
you doing that?
not meant for that, right? People use it improperly and it happens and they say it sucks. Um, I just usually see I've used a dime to try to do like player work and it closed and pinched my finger, like because it's so small.
That is one thing I hate, getting pinched by a pair of multi-tool pliers.
He's right, Fred. That's the best bottle opener ever made is on the dime. Seriously. So if for anything else,
Yes.
it's best. It's great. Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. It's a good multi-tool. If you need player-based multi-tools, yeah,
And if it's the tool you have, it's
right.
one is better than none. All right, so we talked about a fifth pocket carry. We didn't talk parameters, what we were bringing, what we didn't. So let's rotate item back and forth. I assume you have a pocket knife, like a main
Yeah,
blade.
I do. If I was going to carry my fifth pocket, I got this one. This is pretty small. And it fits in my fifth pocket. This is a Tucson, TS
Okay.
2557. It's M390. So it's just a small little pocket. It's a shiv. Like seriously, it's super tiny. It fits in there. It's 5 and like 1/4 inch. It's really small. Oh, I mean, fully open, it's like 5 inches, 5.5. You know what I mean? If you close it,
That's awesome.
it's even smaller, so it fits in your
Yeah.
fifth pocket easily. So yeah, so I
Disappears
would
in the
use.
pocket.
Yeah, if I mean normally, I wouldn't just carry a little tiny knife, but
Yeah.
since we're talking fifth pocket carry, this fits in there really good, and it's M390, so I don't have to worry about sharpening it. Like if I had to.
SOG Ultra XR. That would fit really well. That one so the SOG Ultra XR, I didn't go with that. That would fit well in a fifth pocket, but I went with a similar idea, and that is something kinda shaped like the fifth pocket. I'm gonna throw it on the ground. So this is rectangular and kinda wide and fairly thin, and it does have the pocket clip so I can clip it into the fifth pocket or just my regular pocket, and it's the, Baby Banter. So I went something that kinda had the shape of the fifth pocket with kinda it's not round, it's very rectangular,
Mm,
um, and it's thin, and, I mean, Civivi, WE, they are what they are, uh, China made, overpriced, but they're
exactly.
not gonna fail on you often. They're gonna hold up, and, I mean, this came in at, like, 40 bucks. You're not gonna cry if you mess it up, and they come in tons of different flavors. It's like, this white on red with the black accents, I think is pretty poppin', so it looks cool, and it's gonna do the job, and I'm not gonna feel I mean, so this is a 3 finger with a little extra for me. So for most people, it's probably gonna be a 3-finger grip unless you're throwing your finger up here, and please don't do that, you're gonna slice your pointer finger, because the blade runs right into that. Like, you rest your finger here, you are gonna slice it. Um, but you can. Uh, I don't know, I just like it. It's good, it fits, it works, it's small, and, 40 bucks or so, not gonna break the bank. Does have a little jimping on it, and it is a, liner lock. So, yeah, there we go.
And this one was like
Uh,
60, but it's M390, so
that
um,
M390, I'm jealous on that
so
one.
like as
That's
far as the
awesome.
size goes, that's it. That's it. This is the Becker knife and tool BK40, and Becker
Yeah,
knife and tool. It's the same size as the Rat One about, right? And that's how big it is, fully extended. So
that's insane.
for tiny, it fits in your pocket really easily.
So, what's up, Maya? Is talking about the O tackle. I believe that's the U1, maybe. I want that. It's basically a box cutter, but it's a folder knife. Like, it's a folder knife with an exchangeable blade that your
Yeah.
hardware
Like
store
the
would have.
I have one of those. The what the heck is the one that I have? I have one from the box store, that big like REI. What's the other ones? Bass Pro.
Uh,
I have one
Bass
of those.
Pro, Cabela's.
Yeah, yeah. So there's one that they have that I got from there. I can't remember the name of it. It's in one of my bags.
I like them. I like a folding box cutter, and that would have been an excellent option for this, like the Gerber EAB, small, thin, fits in your pocket, your fifth
Oh, that's
pocket, and
another
if you
that's
replace the
another
blade,
knife.
go for it.
Another knife I have with me, the screw pop. So this is the
Yes,
screw
there
pop.
you go.
So if you needed to, you just obviously you lift it up and push it forward, and then well, it's not working now. But whatever. You lift it up and push it forward, and the blade moves forward. This one, for some reason, doesn't work. There we go. And then it's over. And then you just close it. There's a magnet in it that just like, you know what I mean, that draws it back. This thing's bugging out. I don't use this a lot, obviously. It's like in there just in case I need it. So if you close it, it goes back down.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's just a
a
small little razor blade.
utility blade would be an excellent option for a fifth pocket. They're going to be small. You replace the blade if you scratch it or ding it up or it gets dull. Excellent, excellent idea. Small case knives would be excellent for this.
And it just slides up and down. So yeah, that's good.
And that thing is the thing you've got there, the screw pop, isn't that like 7 bucks or something?
Yeah, it's not very much. Somebody gave me this as a gift, and Conan from Conan's EDC. So I
Oh,
have it in my.
yeah.
It's in my grab and go kit. So that's in there as like a backup knife in case I didn't have a knife.
That's awesome. I like it. All right, so small knives. What else you got? You got a flashlight?
I do have a flashlight. I have, and I used this flashlight when I was in camp nursing the whole summer. This is the Nightcore Tube V2. It's literally
Yes.
super tiny, and it never went dead on me. Seriously, it's 40 lumens low, 55 lumens high. It's got ramp mode, and then it also has a lockout. So it's like, oh, I caught that. It's actually it's actually I think locked out now. Yeah, I got it locked out now. So but this is literally how big it is. It's super tiny, and I carried this in my pocket. Actually, not even in a fifth pocket. I just carried this so when kids needed me to look in their throats or check their eyes, you know what I mean? I use this like the low because it's so low. It's only 50 lumens. So I'm not trying to carry like my 3,000 lumen Sofrin flashlight and burn their retinas out. So
Blind them permanently.
yeah, but there's a whole ton of little tiny flashlights. I mean, I have like a crap load of them. I mean, from whether it's the Olight ones or whether it's a Trustfire one, Rovivon ones, there's so many of
Yeah.
them. This one's just good because I don't need like 800 lumens. Like this is 55 lumens, seriously. You know what I mean? So,
I
and you can
actually
get this in
almost
like
grabbed
100
a
different colors, and it's like $9 on eBay, nine
yeah.
ninety nine. So,
No, honestly, if I had thought about the tube, that's exactly what I would have brought because I love mine. I just didn't even think of it. Rovivon A8, me with knives mentioned. I almost thought about a Rovivon. I actually brought out the this is Olight's IXV, very similar to the i1R2 Pro. But
I have the
basically,
Iron
what I
Horse.
wanted, the which one? The
The
iMorse,
Iron,
yep,
yeah,
same thing. So I wanted one that had the
try.
low and the high. So that's literally why I picked this one. I wanted the low and high. The IXV, iMorse, i1R2 Pro, all of those have it. The i3E was a close second for me, but it's just
Right.
one
Yeah, and
level, one
it's an
lumen
alkaline
level.
battery. It's an alkaline battery. I stopped buying batteries that are like actually battery powered. Like, you know what I mean? I'm buying all like lithium ion rechargeable stuff now. So
Yeah.
to me, like, I have a bunch of i3Es, but they're all backups.
Yeah. I mean this one, you unscrew it enough, you plug it into your USB-C, charge it up, and you're ready to rock and roll for an insane amount of time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I really like the tube. That was a good call on you.
I really don't like OLED either. So, so
So,
I mean, I do have a
random.
bunch.
I like the question, and since we're Q&A with RNA, I think we need to answer it. Do you do Mountain Dew or Doritos? And if so, what's your flavor?
I don't drink Mountain Dew,
I
and
didn't think you did. You're water.
I barely eat Doritos. I eat like plain chips like Lay's. I drink Pepsi though, Diet Pepsi. Uh, but mostly yeah, water. Seriously.
Yeah. I don't drink, like, I have, yellow soda, like, the dye in it, the yellow dye, gives me kidney stones, like, my body doesn't process it.
Calcium. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right.
Yeah. So if I drink, like, Mountain Dew, for, like if I buy, like, a 2 liter, by the end of the 2 liter, I'm gonna have a kidney stone or 2. So, I drink red Mountain Dew when I drink it, which is not at all because I don't drink sodas either, but red Mountain Dew would be my choice or Baja Blast when it's around. And, Doritos, my kiddos love red Doritos, so if I'm eating a Dorito, it's the red one, like the original nacho cheese, because
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
we'd have in the house.
Right.
But I like it. We got Coast, we've got i3E, Olight i1R, Phoenix, and Surefire, USA made. Rich and I were talking about that earlier, pre coming on the show. So
Yeah,
yeah, lots of
I just bought a mag light, so yeah,
USA made
mag
as well.
USA made. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
I
here. I'll
like
be
it.
Thursday.
Cool Cool Ranch. I know Cool Ranch Doritos has a following. Like there's a whole group of people
I
who
like
are
Cool
Cool
Ranch
Ranch.
Doritos are alright. Yeah, I like other stuff too, but mostly I like even my son like he just eats plain potato chips too now. Like we just eat plain salty because we're salty. We're still salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we've done light, we've done knife. What about a pen? Oh, Hank. I did not bring a Hank. Ugh,
Salty.
good call. And that
Hey,
will fit in your fifth pocket if you fold it up.
it will. That one or the Gondek ones do for sure. I just got like a small pen. I have like the O pen, and I have so many little pens, but this is just it's just called Kirkerland, right? It's a retractable pen, and it's on Amazon. You get like 5 of them for $7, and if you lose it, nobody gives a crap. So it's literally super tiny, and it fits in your fifth pocket. And like I said, if you lose it, doesn't matter. And it's
Who
actually not that
cares?
hard. I was work again when I used to work at camp nursing. We used to have to chart all the time, like write stuff down, and we always people would steal your pens in nursing, like they do, like you know what I mean. And I had a pen, and I don't know what happened to it, but I had this in my pouch that was one of these, and I was actually using this the rest of the day, and it worked fine.
That's awesome. So I was gonna go Open Mini, but everybody would probably go Open Mini. So I went the classic and honestly the option that people should pick, the Space Pen Bullet. So this is the X Mark, which has a flat tail cap, but it's a Space Pen Bullet, Fisher Space Pen. So now when I go to space or underwater, I can still write because that happens a lot with me.
This is the Kaweco Sport. This one's fantastic. I love this thing.
Is
Um,
that a fountain pen?
no, this isn't the fountain. This is the ball pen.
Okay,
But this takes Parker Jotter inserts, right? So, um, I
nice.
love this pen. This pen's awesome, and it costs like $20. The fountain pen's like 20. And like I said, I have so many Parker inserts because I have a bunch of Parkers, and they'll always send me Parkers, or I'll buy them with blue ink, and I don't like the blue ink, so I buy black ink. So now I got like 800 blue inserts. So if I have to, I can put them in. I can just use them. I'm just gonna start using them. Like, you know what I mean? So, but this comes
You
with a 7 gel. Those ones are point oh 01 bulk this regular medium.
so you're putting black ink in your pens. I'm normally putting blue ink in mine.
You can have the
That's
blue.
funny.
I'm always taking the blue ink out and putting the black ink in, right? So that's
So
why
we've
I
got
search.
a
What is it? Pocket pens.
F F301, super compact, opens to full size, writes
I hate
great,
pocket.
2 for $9.
Well,
Yes.
I wouldn't buy a pocket pen to save my life either. They charge way too much for shipping. Everybody knows I hate pocket pens too. They're supposed to be a United States company robbing people with shipping. Is ridiculous. Pocket pens
Shipping.
are, in my opinion. I mean, this is just my opinion. I think they're trash.
The shipping is more than the cost of the
Yeah,
pens.
it's ridiculous. It's pocket pens, like boycott pocket pen. Like I wouldn't even pick one up for nothing. If they gave me one, I wouldn't take it.
Got a Parker Jotter F701 by Zebra, the Serosa. I'm gonna have to look up the Serosa because I love Zebra pens.
Zebra pens are good. I have 301s, F301 compact. You're the one that got me the
Yep.
F301 compact into that one. That one's good.
That's what
That's another one.
Fred said.
That's what Fred said. There's another one.
Yeah.
And one of my other bags, I have it. So that's a
I
good
like
one.
the F301, F301 compact, and I feel like there's another F301 that I like. There are a few models. All right, so what else you got? Any sort of multi-tool, Swiss Army knife?
Um, you know what? I didn't pick the SD because I thought you were gonna. I carry the SD every day in my wallet, but I didn't. I picked the Roxxon M3. This fits in my pocket. So
Nice.
it's scissor based multi tools. Costs $20, right? And it's got all this stuff. Like I don't use a lot of this stuff, but it comes with all the Swiss Army stuff. It's got like a small package opening can opener tool. It's got a knife. It's got like the tweezers, like a Swiss Army knife. It's got a toothpick. It's got a little screwdriver and stuff. But these scissors are pretty stiff. Actually, they work really good. So I really just wanted it for the scissors because I
That's
always have a
awesome.
knife. You know what I mean? I don't need the knife. And I normally have like an SD on my belt now, or I mean not an SD, like another Swiss Army knife on my belt because I got that sheath. So
That's awesome. Have you seen if the Roxen will fit in the sheath?
they have their. Oh no, I haven't. Actually, the sheath is too big for it, but it'll
It's
probably
sinking it.
they have their own sheath that comes with it, but it's got crappy Velcro on it. So I just have it
Yeah.
in the I have the Pico Fire Pro, and I have it in there because now that I have the sheath for the SAKs, I kind of don't need to carry that scissor based tool. So I mean
Yeah.
I still can do it, but whatever.
So you definitely called it. I've got the SD. One of my many flavors, the multicam. You can't beat the SD. You got toothpick, tweezers, a small blade that's always going to be sharp because you're not going to use it.
Right.
A nail file with the Phillips driver on the end, or the driver on the end, and then scissors. Some freaking awesome, precise
Those are
scissors.
awesome. I got the
So
SDs in my wallet. I have the Emerald one. It's in green.
I love all of them. I like
I
the
carry,
translucent ones, like the emerald. I love the
yeah.
design. I love them all.
My wife has the pink one. It's called something else. There's a like cherry blossom, I think it's called.
Oh,
Actually, she
that's
has.
cool.
Yeah, so
Uh,
I was gonna buy another one, but I don't really buy more than one of something. So
I have a ton of them. So Fred Finger says he's a Victorinox guy, but the Roxen is looking good.
yeah, the
That's
Roxxon's
pretty
good.
cool.
twenty
And
bucks on
Kathleen,
Amazon. The video on it. I mean, you can't really beat it
you
because of the
can't
fact that
beat
it's 20
that.
bucks. And these scissors are big. I mean, they're pretty good size as compared to like so. I mean, Victorinox. What I got? Like, I got the climber. So this is full size, 91 millimeter. And these are the scissors on the climber, and these are the scissors on the Roxxon. So
There's
you know
no
what I mean?
competition.
They're decent. And I've used them for all kinds of stuff. So it works good for $20. I mean, you can't really beat it. If you lose it, whatever. They're still on Amazon. So
And if it fits in the fifth pocket, then that means it's a nice small tool, easy to keep with you.
and they have a sheath with it. But like I said, the sheath is. I mean, the material's not bad. It's just the Velcro I think is going to wear out actually. So I don't
Yeah.
carry it in the sheath. I don't even know where the sheath is. I put it somewhere. I have it. I would carry it in my fifth pocket, but I will try to put it in this sheath. Or I would just carry it in my so I have all the stuff in the Pico Fire Pro like this. So it's all in.
Nice. Dude, I went to Georgia Bushcraft last weekend. I think I mentioned it. I stopped by Roaring Fire, had a booth there. I freaking bought everything they had. Like I have so many pouches and bags from them. They have some awesome stuff.
Yeah, they came out with that new one. There it's wax canvas. I don't know, man. A lot of people have been doing it. I think I watched Carry Lounge and that's Nutsack. They do that.
Yep.
They had that on there as one of the good EDC pouches for 2024. But I got like
It's
so many.
awesome.
I mean, I have a million pouches too, right? Like, and I keep buying them, right? Just like flashlights. Like I just bought another flashlight, and I have people sending me flashlights. But I've been using this one, so and this is like a seven. What is it about? I don't even know. I didn't measure it, but it's a full size pouch, and it fits in your pocket. It's bulky, but it's actually not that bad because it's that ripstop stuff. And I've been carrying this in my pocket, which is ridiculous because I don't like that.
That's a big pouch to carry in your pocket.
Yeah. Roxxon KS. There you go. Well, Roxxon made that new tool. I forget the name of it, where you can customize it. You can put the tools on it that you want. I actually built it, but I didn't buy
Dude.
it. It's like 65 bucks. You got a Marine X. Check out Marine X. He was talking about it. Um, I forgot the name of it, but I'm sure somebody knows. It's literally just coming out, and you can put whatever kind of tools in it you want. It's pretty sick.
I'm gonna have to try that. The
Yeah.
Dagon.
No.
What
What is
is the Dagon? Is it a pouch or a backpack?
R. Kelly? What's her in jail, R.
I'll have
Kelly?
this is the gaming R. Kelly.
Oh,
Uh, let's see here. Kathleen said she's got SAKs all around to grab. Classic on her keychain. She normally carries the companion. The translucent pink SD is called the Cupcake Dream, or
huh.
Ruan. I'm not
Mine's
sure how to say that
translucent
name.
green. Mine's translucent green. So I like the translucent colors. They're cool.
I love the translucent ones. And Otaku
Flex.
utility knife,
Roxxon
yes.
Flex. He's talking about the Flex. It's called. You probably would like that, because you can make your own multi-tool. And I literally made my own, and it was only like 70 bucks. It wasn't really like a lot. It's just, to me, I don't use pliers. Like I would use the scissors, but then when I'm at work, it's medical, so I have a pair of extras. So I kind of like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Do you need it?
Like, right? Seriously.
Backpack. Is the Dagon? I'm gonna have to look it up. I did get one backpack from them.
They make I didn't know they made backpacks. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yes, they
I
have.
went the whole other way. Like I'm getting Fjallraven and stuff now.
So they have they've gone into the wax canvas. The Sensible Prepper Such. I don't know if you've seen either of his channels, but he's a big EDC YouTuber guy, and he's gotten partnered with them, and he's gotten them making wax canvas products. So they have
Yeah.
a wax canvas backpack. He's got the wax canvas pouch you were talking about.
I don't really watch large prepping channels because I think they talk out their ass. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seriously. Like a lot of dudes I don't think ever left their house. Honestly, they never been. They just, it's all fear mongering and stuff like that, and it's just not really like actual reality. Like, hey,
Yeah.
guess what? A 5 million foot tidal wave is gonna hit us. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Watch the
Maybe,
Sensible
maybe.
Prepper.
Like, yeah,
I'd be.
ridiculous. Watch him,
I'll
you said?
shoot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a link to him. He's got two channels. One where he talks about pew pews and that kind of stuff, and then one where he doesn't at all. And I think he's from South Carolina. He seems like a good old boy, down to earth. And I mean, obviously, people have opinions. Some things you agree with, some you don't. But
Yeah, that's cool.
he seems pretty legit and kind of like he's going to tell you what he thinks. So I'd be interested in if you catch anything from him. You're the BS catcher. Like you find BS and point it out, and I'm like, how did I miss that?
I like, you know what it is, because I've done a lot of this stuff for a long time. Like I'm older now. I'm like middle aged. You know what I mean? And I've done all this stuff, whether it's been prepping or whether it's been survival stuff, whether it was in the military or whether it was in the scouts or whether it was just, I lived in the country on a dirt road. I mean, I lived down the street from a camping. So when people say, do you go camping? And I say no, they're like, why not? I was like, because I lived camping. Literally, where I lived was down the street from a campsite. That's how far out in the woods I lived, right? my house was a campsite. Like, so I didn't know. I didn't, and I don't now because I live my whole life as it. But I've done like all of this stuff, and I'm in CERT, so I'm a community emergency response team coordinator. So it's FEMA based, so we take all of our stuff from FEMA. So it's all about preparedness. We teach classes on preparedness. I'm in medical. I'm a certified first aid instructor, stop the bleed instructor, nursing assistant. I do all this stuff, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like in it, and I like, this is like my life, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when people are like, "Hey, tampons are for gunshot wounds," no, the fuck they're not. Don't no, they're not. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were just talking about that. One of the nursing students came to work the other day, and she was joking with me about it. And I was like, I can't believe you even know that. I was like, no. I was like, no, do not use a tampon as a gunshot. No, don't do that. It's stupid. So it's just because I've done it for so long. I know.
Yeah,
I get the BS. You know what I mean?
I like it. I like it. Have you ever heard of American Service Knives by Medford
Medford?
Anthony Waltz? I haven't. I have not.
There you go. That's cool, bro. By Medford. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, by Medford.
Yeah, $900. Yeah.
So Fred asked, what else would people carry for fire, small enough for a fifth pocket, other than the mini big? Because obviously, you're like, if you're carrying, something on you for fire, it's going to be a Bic lighter. Outside of that, what would be your go-to?
I got on my keys a peanut lighter will fit in your fifth pocket, so this will fit in my fifth.
Yep.
So, and this is a PP fish. I bought it because of the name, PP fish. So, but I mean, I carried on I have Home Depot was selling these solid brass carabiners. I posted it on my community page, and I just have it on here with my fob. But I had this, and I didn't fill it for a year, and it still worked. And then
Yeah.
I just refilled it again just to do it. But this is definitely for fire. It's this big, like, you know what I mean? Seriously, a Zippo too.
100%.
Yep, I have a Zippo in my
Zippos.
bag. Yep. I actually have the Zippo with the electrical insert, that the arc lighter insert.
Yep.
So, yep.
Yeah,
So
Zippo with a
Zippo,
different insert. Definitely put a different insert in. If you're using the standard insert with
dude, I got this one.
you're gonna
Can you see
you're gonna
that?
go out. Yes. Yep.
That's the arc.
The little purple light.
The USB arc, yeah.
Um yeah, a Zippo, a peanut lighter, Pico makes some, PP Fish makes some. Those are excellent options. Someone said a permanent match. You definitely could do that. If you like to be more outdoorsy, a small ferro rod by Exotac or something that keeps it enclosed would be an option.
There you go.
Lots of solid options there.
Yeah, yeah.
So the ASK, the knife we were talking about earlier, $240 with Magna Cut or S45 VM blade and tools. Is it? So is
Is
this
it a
a
multi? It's a multi
That's
tool.
what I was gonna ask. This is a multi-tool. I think I have heard of it. It's kind of like a SAK
Okay.
multi-tool. Definitely let us know, guys.
I have
Um,
what do I have? Malga 6 MKM. That was like 120. That's an SAK style. But it has a fork, which is whatever.
yeah.
But
Have you
whatever,
used the fork yet?
No. I mean, it fits in my sheath though, because it's a little bit bigger than like a 91 millimeter. So, and the blade is a bit bigger, but the blade is M390. So,
I
and
still
it's made.
haven't gotten one of those yet. I was eyeing the one. Wasn't there one that had scissors, but it also like the weird
Yeah,
tool? It came with a saw. And I was like,
yeah.
am I going to
That was
use a
like,
saw?
I don't. Right. It's the way they set it up is weird. I mean, I'm not going to use a fork, but you never know. I might always have another knife, so I don't know. Who knows? I've been places where I didn't have a fork, so you know what I mean.
Bust out your fancy
$99
Swiss
on sale.
SAK.
That's a good deal. 99 on sale.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I might have to go check that out when we get off of
Oh
here.
wait, I have seen that actually. I
Yes,
do
you
know what you're
have.
talking. Have seen that. I do know what that
We
is.
talked
I
about
didn't know
it.
the
We
name of it.
talked about these.
I do know what it is. It's the Medford SAK stuff. Who's got one? Does
Yep.
Jake have one from Uncommon EDC?
Somebody has one.
Somebody posted this. I've seen a video that somebody bought one. I don't know
I
who it
think
is,
it
but
was Jake.
it
I
might have
think it
been
was
Jake.
Jake.
Or he was talking about it or something. But yeah, I know what it is because I just realized it was like an SAK style. Like I'm slow.
Yep.
Seriously. I can pick up bullshit, but I can't. I'm not fast. So, like, unless it's a medical emergency, and then I'm good because time slows
That's
down.
awesome.
Right.
So, do you have anything else for the fifth pocket
Um,
carry?
I do. This is actually I got this. It's in my thing and it fits there really well. It's good for like anybody, but especially for ladies. It is a small pepper spray. It is
Yes.
a half an ounce, and it does fit in your fifth pocket. It is not much bigger than the knife that I put here. It's about the same size actually. A little bit bigger, and it's got the actuator, so it kind of locks, so you can't actually accidentally pepper spray yourself, which is good. And it is glow in the dark. So if you're in the dark and you're going out and you're gonna get in your car and it's in a parking garage, if you light it up and you go out, at least all you got to do is click it over, and you should just carry it like that because you could carry it already armed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then not that you should because that's triggered this one, but like you know what I'm saying. Like at least, and these are literally. I just bought one. Let me see if I can find it. Um, so no, that's not it. That's hemostatic dose. Well, I just got one for somebody at work. Here it is. So it is Police Magnum, and it is about $7, and it comes in this package.
Okay.
So I just got one for one of the medical people at work, so she could have it because I buy pepper spray for everybody. Like I just do. Like you know what I mean?
That's
Like
your thing.
there's like nurses that I know that work second shift to midnight, and then they get out, they got to go to the parking garage. And they're like, I'm like, you got to have pepper spray. And they're like, you can't have it in the hospital. I'm like, I don't care, carry it anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Self defense is your God given right. It doesn't matter. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, this is not gel. This is spray. I like the spray. It's wait, this is a stream. I'm sorry. This one's stream. But the one that I carry on my belt is a fogger because you know what? You can inhale this and your lungs will burn. And I like that idea. So, it will blow back on you. So you got to watch where the wind is at, though. But the fogger, I think, is much more insidious because they can breathe it in. Like, you know what I mean? And this one's 2 ounce and this one's a half an ounce. So you can see the difference. And
So
this is
now,
police.
will you get further reach on a larger container?
No, they're like 12 to 15 feet. This is like 12 feet. It may be a little bit, but like, you know what I
Okay.
mean? It's not like that far. I mean, normally, what is that? Big Omni clippers are cool. I have a bunch of clippers. I collect clippers actually. I have like 20 of them, clipper lighters. But yeah, so that's just a really small one. And they do make these small zero point 0.5 ounce ones with a little belt clip like this too. So you
That's cool.
can, and Police Magnum is on eBay, and he has got 500 items on there, over 500 items. So there's like pepper spray that looks like a little pen. You take the top off and you can spray people with it. There's ones that look like lipstick, like they're all concealable stuff. He's got, and then he's got like this one. Then he's got like the ones they give you in the Marine Corps, the giant ones that they spray the recruits with, that are like half a gallon. Like you know what I mean? So there's like all
Daggone.
kinds, but those small ones are really good for anybody, honestly, because you just put it in your pocket. It's out of sight, out of mind, and you can go places. Like I know I'm not telling you to carry stuff where you're not supposed to carry it, but you have the right to defend yourself, and I don't care what the rules are. You're not going to use it to go around randomly spraying people. So, like, you know what I mean? To
Um,
me, I don't know.
Kathleen wants to know if you could add a link to that. So if
I will.
after we're done, if you can link it, and if not, send it to me, and I'll see if I can link it.
Yeah, I'll actually send it to you
Someone,
because I tried to do it last time and it didn't work. So I'll send it to you, like
yeah,
as a
and I'll
text,
post it.
because it's literally like 6.95 for those little ones. And sometimes he sells them in sets, so you can buy 2 or 3 or 4. So if you wanted to buy a whole bunch of them for everybody in your family or whatever, you can buy multiples.
All right, so Fred Finger has a question, and we'll probably end on this one just because my husband's with the littles, so I'm gonna go help him out. But so yes, what is the reasoning behind not using a tampon in a bullet hole? Because in the EDC world, everybody says it.
They
Stick a
said so.
tampon in a bullet
So
hole.
a tampon, like it's for blood. That's I understand that, but it's not sterile. First of all, like right. So it's not that that matters if you're bleeding to death, but like also they are not made for going like in wounds. They'll fall apart inside. Then they got to dig it all out. Like you know what I mean. So this is, and if I can find it, I just had it in my hand. So what do we got? There we go. See this? This is Aliquix. This is Z-fold hemostatic gauze. It's got kaolin in it. It helps clot blood. It's 12 feet of gauze, right? So if somebody gets shot, you jam this in. It's for plugging holes. It's gauze. That's what you're supposed to use. Tampons aren't gauze. They're not made for medical applications. They're not to stop bleeding. They're made to absorb exactly. You know what I mean? They don't have any hemostatic agent. Not that you need that, but like that's helpful. And I mean, I think that because they're absorbent and they absorb blood, people think that they're decent for that. But again, this is sterile. Not that sterile matters if you're bleeding to death. I get it. But you know, whatever. It's just a myth. It's like colloidal silver. Like, just don't. Like, there's so much stuff. I don't even know how half this stuff started. I know. So do
Yeah,
I.
I think
The only reason I know about tampons is because of this. Like, you know what I mean? Because in the medical, and people are saying, stick tampons in gunshot wounds. No, don't do that. So another thing, gauze is sterile, right? So if you use woven gauze on a wound, the wound will heal to the woven gauze, and then they'll have to use saline to get it off because it won't come off. So
yes.
basically, if you put a tampon in like a hole, and that's inside your body, all of that stuff could come apart. It's gonna fall apart, and then they got to go in there and make it worse because now they got to take the bullet out and all the garbage that you just jammed in there. Like, it's pretty
No,
bad.
I think that's one of those myths that needs to be put to bed, but and I think it's something that most women would know because we're using them, and
Right.
then men are like, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna grab one of my girls' tampons, keep it on me, I'm good to go," and it's like, there are so many reasons a girl will tell you that's not what it's
So
for.
this right here, right, is on Amazon. This Aliquix, and I literally just gave a nurse one. I had one in my pocket the other day, and the kid got cut at school, and they needed it from me. So I literally gave it to her. Now she has it in school in case another medical emergency happens. And she's, you know what the nurse said to me? She goes, as soon as this kid cut himself and it wouldn't stop bleeding, I thought of Rich and his hemostatic gauze, and I should have just listened to what you said. And I was like, told you, bro. I was like, I told you. Like, this is $12 right now on Amazon. I can give you the link for that too, and
That's
you can put it up if you want to get this.
yeah,
But this is comparable to combat gauze, which is $50. This costs $12. What? It's the same stuff. It's
nice.
kaolin. So it's made with a clay-like material that clots blood. I know it has an expiration date, but guess what? Clay doesn't expire.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? You can use that. So it's not like you're gonna buy a box of tampons, which are probably, I don't know how much tampons cost, right? Because when my daughter just started her period because she's 14, I said they had me sit down. I had to sit down with this conversation, and I was sitting there, and they're like, I was like, this is, I don't need to be a part of this conversation. You know what I mean? And I said, because she was talking to me, and I was like, well, I have hemostatic trauma pads. And she was like, this
That's
is,
not gonna help.
I was like, I have like Israeli bandages, so if you need something to stop bleeding, like, so it doesn't help, right? Exactly. So see what I'm saying? Tampons are made to be used for one thing, and
Yeah,
others, this is made to be used for something else. Like, you know what I mean?
yep.
So I think people don't understand that. They just think that it soaks up blood. I can use it for anything, and it's not.
No,
It's not.
no, that's
Right.
not the case. So I
New
think
skin.
we
Oh my,
might have
new skin burns like F, dude. Everybody's been talking about that. I've got new skin, liquid skin. Don't buy it from CVS. Whatever you do, I swear they put whiskey in it. It hurts so bad. It burns. It's the worst shit ever.
So I think we might have our topic for next week. Let's do a rich special.
Okay.
So protection, like whatever, not talking pew pews,
Okay.
but
Like,
what items can you use to protect because you are in a field where you know stuff. So pepper spray, things like that. What give us
yeah.
the lowdown, what's good, what's better.
Actually,
And
I did do a video a long time ago, which is really cool, about items that you can carry for self defense when you don't need like a license. Or like
yes,
a CCW. Here in Mass, they call it an LTC, is license to carry.
that's
So there's like,
perfect.
or even if you're a felon or something like that, you still need to protect yourself, but you can't get a gun. You can carry other things. So, and it's all like legal stuff except for some of this stuff, but whatever. Like, I have paperweights too. So
Yeah. No, so let's do that and tag along with it medical items you recommend that people don't know about or myths you want to bust like the tampon for a bullet hole. So I'll do some research, you do some
yeah,
research and we'll see what we can come up with for next week and we'll do a rich special.
yeah, that's a good topic. That's actually really cool because I don't think a lot of people have like good ideas. You can get stuff to protect yourself literally for like $6. Like, so even if
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of money and it's small, I mean, you're not gonna get 100 uses out of it. Hopefully, you never have to use it at all. But it's just that
Yeah.
shit hit the fan situation in case. You know what I mean? And you're not spending a lot of money. You don't want to buy something that costs a ton of money that you're never gonna use. You know what I mean? Kind of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
then you just spend
No.
$200 on something that's sitting there.
Yeah, buy a $500 taser gun, never once use it. What did you do?
That's another. They just legalized tasers in Massachusetts and made it so you have to have a license now. So, if you look up the regulations on what a firearm technically is, it's put out by the ATF, right? The actual ATF says in order for it to be a firearm, there has to be an explosion that expels a um a projectile, right? That there's no explosion involved with a taser, so it's
Yeah,
technically not a firearm. So why do I need? I'm gonna file a
a
court case.
license to
I'm gonna
carry it.
I feel like somebody should sue the government about that because it's if you I literally as soon as that came out, I looked up what is a firearm technically, and it's totally not what the ATF says it is.
That's
But
crazy.
I'm a dick though. I just want like what I mean because I just feel like people should be able to defend themselves no matter what. I'm a libertarian, so like what I mean. You can't. I don't think any licensing or restrictions are constitutional. Honestly, I think that everybody should have a gun. As crazy as that
Yeah,
sounds, like what I'm saying. Because if everybody had a gun, then people wouldn't go around doing crazy shit because they don't know who's got one. Like what I
yeah,
mean. Everybody would be
yeah,
protected.
yeah.
So nukes, yes, tactical nukes. Or tactical
All
Nikes
right.
too. Tactical Nikes would be shoes
I
that are
saw
like
tactical Nike and was down. A knife
attack
that comes
shoes.
out the front.
Yes, attack sneakers, no doubt.
I like it.
What are you
Build
doing?
one. Me with knives, make them.
Automatic sneakers, dude. You're scaring me. You're scaring me.
Do you remember the I believe it was Nikes, you pumped the tongue and it added air to the shoe to
Oh,
make it
dude,
tighter?
I do
Push
remember.
the
That's a long time
tongue
ago.
and extend your knife, like, pump the tongue to kick out the knife.
Seriously,
I'm in.
yeah, I remember those. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Seriously.
Alright, dudes, well, we are out
All right.
next Sunday, the Rich Special, so be there, you don't wanna miss it, and thanks for hanging out with us. I
Yeah.
think we
Thanks.
had a blast.
Everybody have a great week.
Yes, definitely. Catch Rich this week. He's gonna have tons of videos. I will have like a lazy one or two,
I
but
got
it's what
everybody
we
send it,
do.
and then I keep mine. So whatever.
All
Hey,
right,
see you later,
guys, have a
Kathleen.
good one.
You guys have a good one.